Morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's day 2077 of doing 100 pull-ups a day, and I'm going to record my entire workout, and I'm going to post it to YouTube with a podcast on top of it. Podcast episode 9 is a very special one because it has my very first guest, so check it out on youtube.com. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Who are you?
I'm just a that love pull-ups.
I sell propane and propane accessories, I tell you what.
Oh, hell nah. What's up, dog?
The hell you talking about, boy?
Here we go.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to podcast number 9. This is Gabriel here, and with the Pull Up Podcast. Very special podcast today. I got the homie Tyrone on. First guest. Honored to have my friend Tyrone here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Tyrone.
Yeah, this is Tyrone. I'm a United States citizen. I'm a follower of Christ, a son of God. And I just thank the Lord for this opportunity to be on this podcast. Thank you.
That's what's up, Tyrone. So on this podcast, man, it really have the floor with anything. So Tyrone, let me ask, where are you from, man?
I'm from a very big city in the southwestern United States. We're known for entertainment, mainly hospitality, casinos, and I was raised actually in the east side of this large city. It's very diverse here. It is I'd say a large demographic of Central and South Americans who is here. So that's where I'm from. I guess, yeah, let me tell your guests. I'm pulling up. I do my pull-ups. I'm pulling up to tell y'all just whatever you guys need to know. So let me know what your followers need to know, your guests need to know.
Yeah, we did have a hot take, and it was about I remember we had this conversation, me and Tyrone, the other day. It was a good topic I said I was going to bring up. And, as we were, dude, it was like, what do you call it? Kind of a pain in the butt to get this recording going, guys. Just FYI. Mac can be great, but at the same time, it can be a pain. Like, shout out to Skype. I don't know if anybody even uses Skype anymore. But, that was a very simple way to go. But you can't download certain things. I don't get it. But anyway, let's talk about the addictive technologies, games, and social media, and how also we were talking about how I was talking about, at least, like, when I see like really fat people now, bro, I feel like bad for them. Like, I start to feel bad because it is easy. We live in America. I mean, like, the food is bomb and it's poisonous and it kill you, but like it tastes so good and it's addictive. So like I can't really blame, I'm like, damn, that should be me. And what's your take on that, man?
Yeah, the Bible does say not to go into the ways of the world, stray away from the ways of the world. And I feel like right now, technology is addictive, and food is also addictive. So I did see your short today about the food pyramid and how we were taught about, the bottom of the food pyramid is supposed to be the foundation, right? The foundation we build upon, and it's carbs. And carbs breaks down, isn't it? Doesn't that break down into sugar? And isn't sugar addictive? Like, that's what calls us for hunger. And so the more you eat the carbs, the more hungry I think you're gonna get. So I'm not a doctor, by the way, followers, listeners. So if I say something wrong, please come onto this podcast and pull up. But yeah, it's the
Well, you
addictive
can't be
nature.
that wrong.
Yeah, so it's
After talking
addictive for
about
sure. Yeah, but it's not just the carbs or the pastas, the breads, the grains. It's processed food. So if it's not something that is grown, like vegetables, fruits, meat, it's something that's coming out of a factory, right? They're putting things in there. They're putting additives, and it's changing your brain chemistry to keep on wanting these things. So sodas, chips, candies, all of that stuff, the sweet drinks, it's addictive, and that's it's changing the way your brain thinks. It changes your energy levels, and it makes you want more of that. And then the next thing you know, when you're in your later 20s and early 30s, you got blood issues and you're obese. So, yeah,
And it's hard to climb back out of that, man. It's tough, and it's oh man, it's weird. Who was explaining how skin? I guess like another lie that was told is like how our ancestors would look like all ugly and stuff. I don't know. You like they just look like Neanderthalish ugly creatures, but apparently they should have looked like better skin because they didn't eat any BS, right? They were just eating what they needed to, so they were actually like better skin than us, I guess, you know? Because I can't imagine. Think about your life, like, and all the stuff that you've eaten, all the stuff you used since you were a kid. It's like not natural stuff, right? So you're in a state where
yeah.
you're not at your natural self. So imagine how you would look if you were like all natural from the gates, you know?
Yeah, and not just the things that we put inside of our bodies or even on our bodies, like the creams and the lotion and things like that. It's artificial light. We get so much. So again, going back to what you were talking about with social media, so much screen time, and social media is addictive. TV is addictive. Think about how much time you are spending just in front of screens, whether it's scrolling on social media or if you're one of those that are like, no, no, I don't use social media. Like, okay, how much time are you spending on Netflix or Hulu or Disney Plus or HBO Max, any of the streaming sites? And you're just sitting there in front of artificial light, and you're not getting the sunlight that you need. When you could be spending your time doing other things. Like, okay, imagine if you spent the amount of time you do spend on social media or on in front of TVs or screens.
Yeah.
Imagine if you just spent that walking or going to the gym or learning a useful skill. So,
Yeah, man. But it's almost like it's I don't know. I can't say I want to say it, but it really seems just like everything is for control purposes. It's kind of hard to tame people when they're just like when they're zombies. Um right, like a sheep. Like all right, they're not going to go run and run out the gates. They don't know how to survive. uh, they're in control. We got them in control. They're docile, and the boys think they're chicks, and the
oh man,
it's just a crazy world we live in, man. It's strange. It is strange,
yeah,
and man, like also, uh, another topic I wanted to touch on too was I wanted to bring up here. I had an interesting take on dragons, for instance. There's a possibility that those things existed. Would you agree? Like, there's a you can't. We don't know the past. We don't really know much about anything of our. Like I said, we've been using unnatural crap our whole lives, so we don't know what is like actually natural. Like, what we're supposed to be one with this world. Like, we're part of nature. We are, but we're like hidden with all this stuff that we were born in modern times, I guess. And bro, I guess I can't say sick, but Yeah, I guess I am sick of. I can't stand folks that think they know the answers to not just everything, but yeah, just I a lot of things. So I was kind of ridiculed for saying there's a possibility that dragons could exist, and I kind of wanted to be a. It was hearsay through somebody else, but it's childish. But let's just say, Tyrone, that this certain someone was of a certain cult, and I was just like, I wanted to say, um, that's a bold move for that person to come at me about my belief in a possibility when that dude's in a cult. You know, when you're so
Yeah,
certain about your cult, and but and I don't even want to discuss the cult, but I think you know because you know my personal life what cult I'm talking about. The one that
yeah,
you know is in the Southwest region. Don't worry, I'll put that out, Tyrone. I'll edit that.
yeah. You're good. You're good.
I
Yeah,
knew that
yeah.
would
So
slip,
I
but
mean,
it's all right.
it's okay. Yeah. So I mean, I think just in general, you have to at least be open-minded and have the understanding that there are things that have happened in the past and that happen in the world that are not in your history books, and there aren't going to be, documented things about those because they become extinct, right? Like, all right, we're still today uncovering fossils and we're still uncovering new information. And like you said in your short today about the food pyramid, we're still uncovering like, oh, we were wrong about that. And that continues to happen. So we accept things as true. And then all of a sudden, decades, hundreds of years even pass, and it's like, oh no, we were wrong the whole time. So it's possible that dragons existed. It is very possible that dragons existed. It could be, though, that we don't know exactly what they look like, or we could be off about some
Yeah,
details because there's even the idea that, so the way that we view dinosaurs today, right? Jurassic Park, they had scales and stuff like that. They're finding that dinosaurs were more so like birds. So
big
there was a
chickens.
fossilized, yeah, there was a fossilized raptor tail found, and now it's in Saskatchewan, and it's from in amber, and it has feathers on it. So you know, maybe we have the ideas right, but we don't have all the details
Okay.
down. But we'll never know.
Yeah. No, just like not even not even so much that though. What if we're being lied to too? What if they don't want us to know that information, right? It could be a possibility. Just like the what if the food pyramid was because they done it with cigarettes, right? They used to tell them in the 60s, hey, smoke is healthy for you. The doctors would say that, right? Was it 60s, 50s? I don't know, sometime long time ago, let's just say that. They would push for cigarettes, lobby them so they can sell more cigarettes, right? And doctors would say nothing wrong with it, nothing wrong with it. Like you're fine, but when there's everything wrong with it, and it's just straight up nonsense that they feed you, man. And even that video I sent you today, interesting video, but propaganda is the right term. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, dude, I think you hit on a good point,
But
which is propaganda. Oh, my bad. I feel like there's a lagginess in this, but it's okay. Yeah, I think that
yeah,
propaganda
it's all right.
is yeah, I think that propaganda is one of the things. So what you were talking about with food being addictive and social media being addictive, and TV shows being addictive. So all of that is propaganda. So telling people that they should eat bread. That's a way to boost up sales for bread. And telling people, even the things that we see on TV, the things that are pushed by big companies, the owners of the social media companies, Facebook, or I'm sorry, it's called Meta now, Google, which is in charge of YouTube. So they're pushing you things, and they're pushing you to think about things differently, and they're pushing you to, I don't know, change your mind and change the way you live your life. So it's really important to get a hold of your thoughts and the content that you're consuming, or else what's gonna happen? You're gonna start. I don't know. We could go down a big rabbit hole here, man. But like you're gonna start living a life that's controlled by certain narratives and certain people. So leave it at that.
Hmm. You think the end goal was to just get everybody away from Christ?
It could be. Yeah, man.
No.
And that's the key thing is instead of focusing so much on the entertainment and what the world is asking you to do or telling you to do, you should probably choose a source of truth, something that's been true for centuries. See what's in the Bible about what you should eat. See what's in the Bible about what you should pay attention to. That's my suggestion to people. I'm Tyrone.
Tyrone. And this remember that guy? Was that so real or you think that was staged?
Could have been staged. Now that I'm older, I think it could have been staged. Yeah, it's
Wesley
funny though.
Snipes looking mother. That was my favorite one, the Wesley Snipes looking mother. And then he smacks the dude's cigarette in his hand and he goes like, "Man, what's wrong with you, man?" Or that little bald black guy. Oh man,
Yeah.
stupid videos, dude. I think we were around for the peak internet
Oh
for
yeah.
sure. I mean, it was a baby. Yeah, we had the peak. Now it's just too much. It's just influx. No, I don't know. Is that the right term to use?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you too. Was like, what do you think about the generations coming up and the internet that they have and the technology that they're using?
Oh, buddy, you must have listened to my podcast, Tyrone, because all I pretty much do is trash I guess the parental generation. I trash them all the time, and I realize that. I just trash them and say they're failing at their job, and I still stand by that. Parents, you are failing raising your kids. I'm going to say that again. I will happily, proudly, and not happily. That's not happy to say. That's not a happy statement at all. Confidently say that. How about that? That's what I'm looking for. Confidently. That was a poor word choice on my end. So confidently say that parents, first of all, it's your fault. You guys are failing hardcore. Um, and the fact that technology is around us, yes, but you brought life into this world. Now it's up to you to shape them up. And if that means sacrificing your screens for the sake of your child to raise it, I think that might be the good idea to do. I can say that because I don't have any kids. So, but if I did, my whole I'd probably have to use a flip phone. Nah, that's too inconvenient. No, I don't know. I wouldn't use my phone for sure. I can't say I wouldn't. It's like post every damn day so, but I would use it for business purposes. Um, Screens in my house would go away because you have to set the example. Because now you wouldn't damn sure get a damn iPad. That's for sure. Because that's Tyrone. I am witnessing the generation coming up right now in my job, my field, my line of work, and I see the effects it's having. And that's why I say these things. Um, we just took an exam today. We went over the same concept for about 2 weeks straight. I went very slowly in this concept. The steps, I wrote the steps in plain English so you can help them out. I did whatever I could, example after example after example. And I'd say my average score was about a 50%, maybe 40% across the 40 to 50%. Yep. And that's with the note card. That's with the study guide that looks just like the damn exam. That's with literal questions I pulled from the questions we done in class. Literally, I just said, I'm going to give them the same damn question. Here you go. And yeah, they just, I don't know. It's sad. Um, Lack of effort, too, though. And that happens to do with the technology. So the generations are kind of they're in a ditch right now, and they have to climb out of that ditch because I've been there in college is when it happened to me, where I think I've explained this too, I'm sure, when I had was addicted to my phone, was addicted to video games, was addicted to screens, addicted to a lot of things. Thank God I wasn't addicted to drugs though. I guess that's why I never tried them because I knew I'd probably like it, but I had no interest in learning at all when I was in college, my last like year, dude. Which is scary, right? Like, yeah, dude, you're going to college, you're paying for this, and I didn't care. I didn't give a damn. And you had to break out of. I mean, I broke out of that after college. When you want to learn on your own, like when you seek knowledge yourself, and it's like, all right, cool, and you kind of break away from that. You realize, like, damn, those things were hindering me, holding you back. And these poor kids were raised on it as 2 years old. They have a freaking iPad, know how to navigate on it. And now they're overstimulated by it. And, and learning how to add negative numbers is not in the business when you're 14 years old. Added subtract. That's a fifth grade concept, man. You don't want, they refuse to learn it instead of, shortcut. What can I do? They have like a timed one, Tyrone. They have a timed one on the computer, and you're supposed to do like 12 problems in 100 seconds. Plenty of time. -3 plus 2, -3 minus 3. 12 in 100 seconds. That's over a minute and a half, actually. So someone had a calculator in their hand doing it, man. Calculator. Yes. And I just looked at him like, what are we doing? That's not the point. What do you want to see how good you are with the calculator? I can tell you, share another one, dude. Sam's student, a little special ed student, right? Special ed. I put quotes around that because he ain't special ed. It's just what they do now. They just give them that label so they can make their life easier. So it's nonsense. Education's crooked, but whatever. Doesn't need it. The kid doesn't need it. He's just lazy. But I guess they let him use a study guide as an accommodation on a test, right? Sam changes the same exact problem, just different numbers, right? She changes it. He's using the study guide because I guess the information was out that the study guide is the exact same thing as the test. He copies the study guide onto the new test that Sam made. That's all the wrong numbers and terms and everything. All the steps are all nice and written out. It's like a whole different problem he did on the side. That was hilarious, man. Oh Lord, didn't even notice. Like it's just that's the product. And I went on a little too long there, but what do you think, Leo? So if you're long to answer your question, doomed. Not funny, but it's sad. It's not
funny. One technology that I just thought of that's got people doomed is AI, artificial intelligence, the large language models, because that right there is kind of the behavior of a chat GPT user. Like you ask it, you prompt it, and then you just copy paste it, and it's like, okay, I did it. But you didn't actually do anything.
Look at my work. Oh my gosh, don't get me started, dude. Artwork.
Yes. Don't get me wrong, like, LLMs and ChatGPT AI can be useful for things, for monotonous tasks, repetitive things. But if you're depending on it to do critical thinking, you are screwed. Like you need to use your brain, or else you're gonna end up like idiocracy. And for those of you out there that don't know idiocracy, I know it's talked about on this podcast a lot. You should probably just go ahead and watch that. Go ahead and watch that because
Oh,
that's
I
where we're
didn't
headed.
realize I'd talk about it. I didn't realize I'd talk about it all the time on this podcast. That's all like, damn, this is a venting station then, huh? Therapy.
Well,
Because this all it's
honestly,
on my mind.
if you know what's interesting is I feel like people will watch Idiocracy today, and if it's their first time, they won't think it's as funny as it was when it came out because it's so much closer to reality. It's so much closer to reality than it was when it actually came out. Like people thought it was funny back then because it was like a far stretch, but now you do have all these things going on. You do have all this automation. You do have a president that's from kind of an entertainment background. So it's just not as funny.
That is crazy. I remember you explaining that to me not too long ago. But yeah, when you saw those parallels and how far it was, quote unquote, satirical, like too much. Yeah, right. It's like happening now. That was back in what, '06. So I mean, it's just 20 years later, and hello, I'm dealing with. I, I work with. I don't want to say it, but there's that video I sent you. I forget that actor, but remember he was like, "I work with retards." uh,
Okay,
but
so
it's
so
not
do
even.
you
You
feel
said
like
analytical. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you feel like we are we are regressing because the technology is progressing?
100%. 100%. There's no. You said analytical. Thinking. Not even that. Imaginative thinking, man. I had an art project. I think I already told you this. Those are the lamest artworks I've ever seen. They all used AI. AI, bro. So it's like, where's your imagination at? I don't have one. No, someone actually said that. I'm not surprised, I guess. And I also told another one, I was like, I'm surprised you guys can wipe body train. Like, damn. It's oh wait, I wouldn't be surprised if one of you were, I don't know, man. I'm just sad. It's really sad when you think about it now. I'm getting sad from it. I've been really sad lately. Not in a depressive state, but more of noticing things and seeing things and just like what is going on? Like, is this real life? I almost
Yeah,
tripped out the other day, bro. My lock wasn't working on my combo lock. One number was off, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. I thought I was going crazy for a second, but um, it's silly, man. I don't know. Everything's just turning for the
well,
worst.
you, yeah. So Tyrone is the son of God, and I always have to bring it back to scripture. So
Yeah.
Tyrone says that for one, that's why it's really important to seek the Lord in His ways, and focus on what is good, focus on what is positive, focus on what is true, and to remember that God has a plan and a reason for everything. So maybe this is a way to I don't know, to shed light on certain things. We don't know. You never know what the plan is. Um, I don't know, but that up to God, and maybe it's an opportunity for for us to shed light on things. Maybe it's an opportunity to show people a better way. So it's an opportunity for you as well as an educator, at least for now. I don't know. Like I don't know what the plan is. Yeah. Yeah.
Cartoons.
Yeah. Make some
How's that
educational
cartoon coming along, by the way?
cartoons. Oh man.
They're all
I'm learning a
educational.
lot. Yeah, dude. Tyrone is into the arts. Oh, for your viewers, Tyrone is actually responsible for the intro song of the Pull Up podcast. And
Yes.
Tyrone is getting into drawing and animation and cartoons, and Tyrone will be bringing you and you know the host of the Pull Up Podcast will be a guest on these cartoons. But we've got some good things coming. Don't you worry.
Oh, oh man, I would like to be a chimpanzee doing 100 pull-ups a day, bro. I'll be that character on the cartoon show. I do 100 a day. I eat bananas to help keep me
Yeah.
strong. No.
No, but seriously,
Uh,
that could be helpful because nowadays
yeah.
people just tune into very interesting things. You know, here's one thing I'm curious about, man. Like, I feel like with Netflix and Hulu and all this, like all the technology, like AI is starting
Streaming.
to make videos and movies and content too. There's going to be an endless amount of content, and so people
Yeah.
are just they're gonna have like they're not gonna have a reason to stay away from technology. Whereas when we were younger, like dude, there weren't so many movies, there weren't so many shows, there weren't so many TV channels, right? We had like if you were upper lower class, you had like maybe 60 channels to choose from, and it wasn't always all good. But now people have like, oh, let me look on YouTube, let me look on Netflix, let me look on Hulu. It's just not going to stop. So, what do you think people have to do to break away from the chain of entertainment, the endless stream, or do they not? Is it good? Is it good for humanity to have all that entertainment?
I think the best thing is exercise, brother. It's plain and simple. Get up out, get away from it. That helped me at least from I had a serious video game addiction in my past and started with doing in between games, do some pull-ups, That helped you it takes you away slowly. So if you do it every day and then like this is my experience at least, it like pulled me away from gaming like a lot. I do it now, sure. Um to throw on top of the podcast some days and do pull-ups in between. It's still there, but definitely not like I used to be. It was an everyday thing back then. You remember that. You knew me at the time, Tyrone. I was bad. But but yeah, I mean there's that and I don't know. I mean but these shows and movies suck now, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you wanna swing from just a wild swing here? I'll give you a wild swing.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe people need to start families and focus on being good family members. Have something to focus on. Maybe.
Be a good family member. Yeah, if you have your family now, right? And
But you
because
you actually have to be, intentful in that because kind of what you were just alluding to earlier is we do have people that have started families, but they're neglecting their duties. They're focusing on other things, and then their children turn out well. They turn out a certain way.
yeah, and also seeking attention from others, and that's where they act up, right? Um, that's always been a thing, but I feel like it's just increased now. That's why educators don't want to do the job anymore, man. It's because the kids are out of control, and it's not all their fault, like you said. If you're focused on being a good parent, right? And I'm over here trashing parents, but it's so hard. You don't know. Yeah, that's why I didn't have them because it's hard. I mean, it's hard. I can't blame you. I mean, but I know if I know I'm not ready, I'm not gonna do it. That's called what is that called? Self-awareness? Wisdom? What would you say? I don't know. Strategic?
Yeah, it could be a mixture of all those
Gee.
things. But either way, even if you aren't ready and it happens, you do end up having a kid. That's a big responsibility to have a life to take care of and to have a
Yep.
family. So what do you do? Well, Tyrone says, first and foremost, take that to the Lord. go ahead and pray about that. He blessed you with a child. You know, there are people that aren't able to have children, so you take that blessing seriously.
And people that
And
kill their children.
oh man, yeah.
Don't
And
forget
even if they don't literally do some, you know, some heinous act like that, literally kill their children, like you could be killing them spiritually and mentally. So that's why it's really important to nurture them. And you have to be a good person too. You have to know better in order to teach better. So do you think that the parents of today, maybe they were, I don't know, like how did they turn out to be the way that they are?
don't get me wrong, I think in my opinion, and when I say parents failed, mainly not because so in the ghetto it's neglect for sure. When I worked in the ghetto, it's neglect. And I go the opposite end of the ghetto, like, not rich so much, but well off, good, they are too much helicopter type, drone, too much involved, and they kind of coddle. They coddle. So anytime the kid falls, they'll pick him up. Oh, you crying? Oh, instead of like, dude, I don't know, man. So like the coddling stuff, it ruins them too. So they kind of get their own way, whatever, every time, right? And enabling, and it's sad to see. So,
So
what
are
happened with
you
the
on
parents
the, oh my God.
on the what?
I was gonna say,
You asked me what happened to
are
the parents.
you, yeah, well, I was gonna ask, so like you're anti-coddling.
Hell yeah.
Are you pro hitting your child?
Bro, whoop that ass.
Sparing the rod
So
or no
that
sparing
is
the rod?
yeah, that's a freaking that is a mixed. Okay, so I grew up getting hit for unjust reasons for sure, like ridiculously unjust. A lot of the times, I'd say 90% of the times I was smacked was unjust for sure. There is a time, in my opinion, there is a time, and I feel like there should be warnings for sure. Like if you do that again, I'm gonna smack you, okay? And then, it's fair enough. Okay, fair warning. But I'm sure you're in the same boat too. You never got the warning. You just got the rod right. Pop. There you go, boy. And you knew not to do it again, sure. But and if you would, I think we, as long as we are told, it's fair enough. I feel like if you tell a kid, hey, I'm gonna beat your ass, right? If you do something, that kid probably won't do it because he doesn't want to get his ass beat or get smacked in the face or something. So am I pro that? Yes, when it's needed and when it's necessary, when it's justified, for sure. What do you mean justified? Okay. Um, calls say I have a child and he calls my wife stupid or something. I'd be like, all right, dude. You ever call her anything again? I'm gonna beat I'm gonna smack you straight up. You can go to your room right now, right? You can go to your room right now, but just know if you ever do that again, you're not gonna like you know what I mean. So like that's a just reason, right? You don't call your mother stupid or call your father stupid, vice versa. So um just like fine, you understand what I'm saying though. Like
Yeah,
justified. That's justified in my opinion. What about you, Tyrone?
yeah, it's so easy from where I am to say I wouldn't want to,
Yeah,
use physical discipline.
for sure.
And it's so easy to say like, oh yeah, like I feel like I can just have conversation and words. But I think that as a man and as a leader, and man being a person, you have to be responsible for disciplining children and your children specifically. And sometimes that means that there has to be physical consequences.
Yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like we like and want it and are happy doing
Yeah,
it. Come on, dude.
and
Take
it's not
time.
like we're not about to square up and we're not about to throw like throw hands or anything like that, but it's just like a physical, so you have the sensation of like, oh, like this is physical discipline, you know.
Yeah.
So, and one day in the future when you're a grown adult and you have wisdom under you, and you'll just see, you'll understand that the discipline was not physical abuse. It was out of love. You had to learn. So
Yeah.
those are my thoughts.
Sparingly. Use it
Can
sparingly
we,
when needed. Yeah.
yeah. Can we,
Care.
can, can we address another topic on your podcast?
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Anything goes here, man. Pull up. What you got?
And I'm here to pull up. So you mentioned it in the past, I think, but listen, to all you listeners, followers, if you have crystals, if you have rocks, if you have a lucky coin or a lucky rabbit's foot, and you think that that's going to bring you something that you're missing in your life, whether it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, it's supposed to improve your love
Energy.
life. Yeah, it's supposed to give you energy. Okay, really ask yourself, how long have I had this rock or this thing, and has it actually improved anything? And when you find the answer is no, just go ahead and throw that into the wild. Throw it away. Throw it away. This is what is called idolatry and false gods. That's what that is. Okay. And if you find that it is actually helping you, then please hit up the host of this podcast and hit me up, because we got solutions for you. I've got this prosperity charger. This prosperity charger is going to give you the energy that you need. You need to hit us up. I'll give you the link to this. It's going to cost you some money, but just hit us up. Comment below prosperity, and we'll get you this.
Yep, and I
Well,
got
but
that
seriously,
El
guys.
Mirage Grit. Grapple. Whatever. What was it? El Mirage Grit. Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, really evaluate that. If you have some rock or some lucky trinkets, ask yourself if that's really helped out, and then hit us up. We've got some scripture for you. False idols. It doesn't go well with those false idols
Mm-mm.
or false
The
gods. Sorry,
golden
with
calf,
idols
boy.
and false gods. Yeah. So seriously, that's all I had. That's all I had. But seriously, guys, if you guys have crystals, really ask yourself, how much time and how much effort are you putting into maintaining these crystals, making sure that they're I don't know. Did you know that people have rituals for their crystals? Like they wash them and they put them under
Yeah,
the
they like
sun or
throw them in
something.
the moonlight or something like that. Moonlight. Oh, I gotta bathe them in the light or some shit. Right?
Yeah. And that's a challenge that I have to your followers that have the crystals. Instead of spending the time putting them under the moonlight, why don't you do 10 push-ups? But I'm sorry. Tyrone prays for you.
Man, why you
Tyrone
gotta
prays
be
for the
like that,
people with
dog? Why you gotta
crystals.
be like that, too?
Well, Tyrone
Nah, I'm
prays.
just,
Tyrone prays. Tyrone prays for the people with crystals.
yeah,
Lord, we pray for them. We pray that they find you and they seek you, Lord. So
yeah.
yeah.
That
Do you
going
I
down
mean
this
do
path
you
is
like
not the right path, man.
do you suggest that your followers buy some crystals?
No, I don't. I would never tell them to go buy some damn rocks unless it's like jewelry. I mean, not even what did they buy? I'm not even thinking of. I used to think those crystal things were like supposed to be really expensive, like diamonds, but I guess not. I don't know. My brother used to collect them. He liked them. Um, he actually liked that stuff. Well, he doesn't like into the spiritual aspect, blah blah blah. He thought they were cool. They looked cool, right? So he actually had some crystal looking rocks. And I
Yeah.
thought crystals were supposed to be like diamonds, but they're not. I don't know. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
I get what you're saying with your brother because he was a dude. He took geology and he would not shut up about those things.
You liked it?
It's just like, yeah, he
Uh,
really liked geology. He got 100% on the rock exam. It's like, oh dang, okay, bro.
yeah, dude, he was collecting when we were kids. Like maybe that was his field he needed to be in, but maybe he's be a crystal guy too. He'd be a
Yeah.
shaman or something.
Oh, please no. Oh, man.
All right. But yeah, he had him when we were kids. I remember his little Nike box, and he'd keep them in there. I'd be like, huh. All right, if that's your thing. Then I never, bro. I'm dumb compared to Booga's really smart, bro. That's probably why you guys are like really good friends. He's a pretty smart dude.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. I appreciate
That's how
him.
obviously you guys met in engineering school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homie Tyrone and Christian. But anyway, dude, let's wrap this up in about 5 minutes. Any last topic you want to touch on before we get up out of here?
Yeah, good idea, man. So Tyrone thinks that you know, talking about technology is dangerous. Use it sparingly. Really step back and out of your lives and think about what you're doing on a daily basis and why you're doing it. Is it, yeah, just I think that's it. Just why are you doing these things? Is it to impress other people? Is it to impress your parents? Is it to attain a certain status? All of it, Tyrone thinks, is a form of idolatry, and we got to check that. We got to check that at the door. Find a greater purpose, and there is one great purpose, one great plan, and that is the Lord's plan. That's Tyrone's message. That's what I got to say. And
Ah,
also, do your
like
pull-ups, do your
love it.
push-ups, you know, exercise, eat right, drink your water. That's it. That's what Tyrone got to say. Don't waste the water on your crystals. Drink it.
All right, love to hear it. Love to hear it. It's crazy how you tell people to drink water too, man. That's another one.
Yeah.
But I was there once too. I can't even what do you call it? Blame people like for everything that's like I know all this stuff. Like I went through it too. It just sucks. It's hard, man. It's kind of like we're all just programmed to do that by our surroundings, dude. Product of our environment, right? So, thanks, Tyrone, man. It was great to have you on here. Hopefully we can do this again. It's weekly, so thank you for blessing this podcast, blessing the people, sharing the word, wise words always from Tyrone here. Yeah, stay away from crystals, stay away from ladies that use crystals, gentlemen. You understand me? Honestly, I would. It's easy for me to say now, I guess, but looking back, like, and it's so cliche, Tyrone. This is so cliche. I should say stay away from ladies in general. Like it sounds weird, but they'll come if you just focus, right? It's just weird how that works. So I can say that, but no need to chase. Put it that way, guys. It's not smart, not wise. That comes from the guy that made that mistake. Chase the Lord. Chase great